Hi, this is Aisha from Lamat Bar. I'm very excited to be here today with Noelly Sam. As you know, lamatbar.com, we bring you stories that we feel are professionally inspirational. Our goal is to help you see moms out there who are doing amazing things career-wise. And a little while ago, when I met Noelly, she started telling me a little bit about herself, and I got really excited because, as I told her, she's exactly the kind of mom that we had in mind when we started Lamat Bar. Pretty much a professional superstar, very, very ambitious, very social, and doing really amazing, fun things with a baby attached to her at all times, which, as you know, is no joke. So Noelly is the owner of Unfolded Media, which is a boutique agency for luxury and aspirational brands. She's the founding host of award-winning debates Fashion Unfold. She has over 10 years of experience in storytelling, brand development, content creation, social media, event strategy, and influencer marketing. And she's also the recipient of the Notable Award for Best in Social Media and the Montreal Fashion Bureau Award for Best Use of Twitter. So, like I said, basically a professional superstar. So I won't take all of the words out of her mouth. I'll let her introduce herself, and we may also during the interview hear from Uma, who is right now asleep on the couch, but may join us.
May join us. Wow.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, Noelly. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Aisha, I want to thank you for interviewing me, and like I said earlier before we start recording, it's very weird to be the interviewee this time because I'm usually the one asking questions. It's very humbling because my goodness, did I underestimate what motherhood was about. So again, my name is Noelly Sam. I am a professional and a mother and a crazy person with ambitious ideas. And I breastfeed 100% right now. So Uma Grace, my daughter, who's 5 months, soon to be 6, is right here on the couch sleeping, and we are recording at WeWork, co-sharing space that most of you or some of you may know, but yeah, this is where we are.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what life has been like over the last year or so, from when you found out when you were pregnant to now? What have you been up to?
So to backtrack a little bit, I've been doing fashion. There's a lot of fashion in my biography. I did fashion journalism, fashion blogging from 2008 to probably early 2012, and it was really a career change. I before that worked for Bell Canada, and I was doing everything from taking calls, coaching, sales, and at some point it no longer fit with what I wanted to do with my life, and I made a bold change to chase my dreams, quote unquote. My God, because yes, it was a dream. And I decided to become a fashion journalist with no training, and I just decided to print a business card and go on my way and start interviewing people about fashion.
That's amazing.
Maybe because dad was a journalist, he's retired now, that maybe it's in my blood. I never was afraid to have the mic and ask questions. But I did that, and to make the long story short, it was before Instagram, before Facebook, before Twitter. And I started fashion blogging and saw social media coming in. And after 5 years of fashion blogging, that took me to New York, Toronto, to cover all these great events. I realized it was great, it was passionate, and I learned a lot. I networked, I connected with people. I probably received too many business cards, and attended way too many events, received way too many goodie bags, and gosh, was I spoiled. But because I had lost my job just as I was taking on the challenge to be a fashion blogger, the reality of finance became very real very quickly.
Yeah.
And I realized that as much as I wanted to, pursue this career, Canada wasn't ready for a full-time fashion journalist
Right.
with no training. And because of social media, things were changing so fast. Bloggers became like the key opinion and tastemakers, and I realized I had an opportunity to shape a conversation. And in 2013, after 5 years of fashion blogging and doing okay but not great to my standards, I decided that I should probably pursue social media as a career because I saw how it was shifting the conversation.
Right.
I saw how brands that were doing it well were benefiting from social media. For me, it was the new PR and the new marketing. So what I did, Montreal based, I went to Le Sage en Affaires, because at the time I had no revenue. So I went to Le Sage and I got really coached on shaping my business, like putting my business plan together to launch a firm for social media and essentially to support fashion brands to use social media for their branding. I got financed and supported for a whole year. That was in 2013, and it was great because it gave me the confidence and said, you know what, I'm not just dreaming this time.
You can actually do this.
There's actually an opportunity, because when I went into fashion blogging, I did not do a business plan. I did not do any market research. It was just
Right.
a hunch. And you know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's scary, and it was definitely a good lesson, but I would not advise anyone to do that. Nope. Please do your research first. So I did not do my research for fashion blogging. I learned on the spot. It was good, but boy, was it hard. So when I did my market research for blogging, for social media, it became very clear that, oh my goodness, it's even more than I thought. There
Right.
really is an opportunity. And after a year of being supported by Emploi Québec and Le Sage, I still didn't, I hadn't really amassed enough clients to call it a practice, like an actual business. So I decided to freelance. So from 2014 to 2016, I freelanced with different agencies to understand first what the agency world was really made of here in Montreal and what type of clients I really wanted to work with and just make money.
Right.
Make money and pay bills.
Were there any surprises doing that so that you weren't ready
Yes,
for it?
I wasn't ready, and I realized I was no longer ready to work for someone.
Right.
At least for now, because I don't know what the future holds.
Mhm.
I mean, if you know someone very high like Oprah calls me to work for
Right.
them,
You might think about it.
I will just say, Oprah, yes, sure, anytime. Do you want me to build your story? Are you listening to
Exactly.
this? Okay, let's make it happen. So at the time when I was freelancing, the surprise was that I had learned so much more than I thought I had, and I also was no longer ready to be sitting at a cubicle in someone else's office and doing what they wanted me to do. Like I wasn't ready to do that. I had enjoyed my freedom as a fashion blogger, even though I wasn't making a lot of money. So I was ready to trade off the money for my freedom, which is crazy because obviously there was no kids in the equation.
Exactly, a different time.
No children then, no child. So that was the biggest surprise. But I continued and I pursued and did what I did. But by 2017, it's when I decided that it was time to launch my own business. And so I pulled up my big girl's pants on or dress with pockets and decided.
Essential, we all.
Yes. Cost is good for this. They better sponsor me.
Exactly.
And so I did that. I decided that it was time to launch the business, and I did some brainstorming and research, and I was ready to launch Unfolded Media. It took me time to jump in and say, okay, I'm launching the
I'm ready
agency.
for this. What month was this?
November.
Anything happen around then?
Well, you know what? Funny enough, today is actually 1 year since Unfolded Media was launched. Today.
That's amazing.
But
Congratulations.
thank you. I had started the brain. Oh, Uma just woke up.
Uma heard you. She said,
Yes.
yes, it's a party.
Yes, I had started a brainstorming for Unfolded Media in April. By September, I met my now husband, and by October, I knew I was pregnant.
Wow.
So I knew I was pregnant before I launched the agency, and I had shot a video. I will send you the video where I talk about the launch of the agency, and in the video I kept saying about this is the next chapter of my life, and I thought it was just a business.
You were only talking business.
I thought it was just going to be giving birth to an agency. I actually was apparently pregnant with twins, the agency and the baby.
That's right.
And fun fact, Uma her first name Uma Grace. Uma is the acronym of my agency. I did not know that. That's it. Oh, that's the husband. Yeah, we can start.
So we just took a little break because now Uma is joining us.
Yeah, she's yawning away. Life is rough.
She's like, what's going on?
Good life, good life. Yeah, well, the fun fact I was sharing is that UMA, which is spelled UMA like Uma Thurman, is actually the acronym of the agency, and I didn't realize it until after.
That's amazing.
That Unfolded Media Agency. I'm like, oh my god, is she already my boss?
Exactly, she's in charge.
Yeah, she's in charge. So I gave birth to the agency in November 2017 and Uma in May.
That's amazing. And tell us what's sort of a typical day, if there is one now, with an almost 6-month-old and a new company.
Day. Oh my god. My phone is my office, and I try my best to, I do my best to attend to Uma first. The first Uma and then the second Uma. The first Uma is Uma the baby, taking care of her, making sure she's, taken care of. And it made me delegate more efficiently because I'm a control freak by nature.
Right.
I like to micromanage, and that's not the right way to run a business because you end up doing everything and paying people to do nothing.
So you've gotten more comfortable with
Oh
letting
my
people
goodness.
take over and
As Uma knows, I don't even I double check what I need to double check, but I just
Right.
trust you, do it, you're the boss, but I empower the women, the girls I work with so much more now because I just have no luxury.
That's right.
Uma is ready.
How many people are you working with at Unfolding?
Unfolding, we have 2 people that are like full-time freelancers and contractors with me. They basically help me with the content. 2 girls, and then I have collaborators that are like on projects. So 2 video guys, 1 girl who does all the admin stuff. Are you okay there? And depending on the project, it can be a photographer, a makeup artist, stylist. But at the core, I would say I have 2 girls that are with me all the time, and 2 who are basically on rotation. So I would say 4.
Okay. And what would you say has surprised you the most now about trying to balance a new baby company and a new baby human?
The reality is there is no such thing as balance.
Right.
You do what you can, and you make sure not to drop the ball on the same thing all the time. So there are times when I'm gonna drop the ball on the agency and say, well, I don't have time to double check this and double check that. But then when I do have that 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. time when Uma is asleep, then I go and I answer all the emails, then I make sure that I follow up. So I have more productive sessions because I know that my time is not promised. And I think what motherhood has done has made me realize how vulnerable human life is and life in general.
That's
because
right.
In a sense, we take things for granted so much. Oh, I have time to do it tomorrow. Oh, I have time to do XYZ. I don't have that luxury because I don't even know if the next minute is going to be peaceful to go through the motions. So when I have that moment, I seize
You
it
jump
and
on it right away.
100, 200%.
If you have a sleeping baby, you have to get to work right away.
God, and I'm very lucky. Uma is a very easy baby for the most part.
She sure is.
Very easy. She sleeps as long as she can. We co-sleep. I co-sleep with her. I didn't for the first 2 months. As she became more aware, more alert, I'm co-sleeping 85% of the time.
Yeah.
Because it allows me to sleep, and I know it's definitely taking its toll on the wife-husband part of the relationship for now. But you know what?
You need to get your sleep.
I need to get to sleep to at least function, to be able to cook, to be able to shower, to be able to be pleasant sometimes. So the husband is very helpful because he understands that, and he actually accepted to put himself third. He said, Uma first, you, and then me.
Right.
And the business. So let's say yesterday, it was a full day of going to the bank and meeting people for the company here at WeWork. Then it was already 5, but I had already marinated the fish 2 days ago. So I was like, do I really want to go home and cook when I could just order? But after the meeting with my banker, you're not ordering food. So you get home, Uma was falling asleep already. I put her to sleep, put the fish cooked, and by the time she woke up, we were ready to eat. And I even surprised myself. I said, I didn't think I had it in me to cook after the day, but I did.
Yeah.
So it's really just whatever, take your battles and win whatever you can, and the rest just let it go. Dishes are not done, get the cleaning lady, pay her whatever you can, and have her do it.
And so what would you say to a new mother sitting at home with her baby, with big dreams of starting her own company? Just realistic, unrealistic? Should she jump in? Should she wait?
Don't wait because, well, it depends. Everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what she's made of, what life has prepared her to handle. I don't know what her story is, but listen to yourself. Listen to yourself because I know I'm the type of person that can procrastinate.
Right.
And what the birth of Uma has done for me, it's removed procrastination completely because it's like if you procrastinate, it will never get done.
It's never going to happen.
Never.
That's
so
right.
Start and go slow. Like right now, I'm reshaping the culture for Unfolded Media because it's been a year, and I want to make sure that we continue to grow. And I met yesterday a branding culture strategist to help me. I'm changing a diaper right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Changing a diaper, making sure she doesn't make a mess because I haven't removed her big
A very important part of the workday is diaper changes.
Diaper changes.
So true.
When you see that blue line on those Pampers,
Exactly.
diaper change time. And Uma loves to be changed at least every 15 minutes when she's awake. So it's just don't put any limitations. Understand that it will not be the way it was before. It's
Right.
definitely an adjustment. Allow this new experience to teach you new parts of yourself.
You're right.
Because there's so much resilience that you don't know you have. You're gonna cry 1 minute, the next minute you're gonna say, I'm ready to take on the world, and it's okay. Your emotions will flip flop. But you know what? Entrepreneurship is also uncertain.
That's right.
And I think me being an entrepreneur has prepared me for motherhood. Because had it not been for the sleepless nights of entrepreneurship and the crying nights of how am I going to make the money, how is this going to make sense, I already had so many emotions and all my gray hair came from
They
the
were already there.
So I went redhead because everything was gray already. And so Uma comes at a time when I'm more prepared mentally than I thought I would be.
Right. So it was almost like motherhood training.
Oh yeah, oh it was, and it's basically just a training because now they say new levels bring new devils. So
Right.
as you move up into a career, it gets harder, and you get better at it. So motherhood is tougher than entrepreneurship because I can just close that business. I've stopped my blog that I was doing for fashion, and the fashion debates that I started for Fashion Unfold, we're going into a transition. I can close it too. I can't close the baby and say, all right, I'm done with this baby and let's move on. So when you start it, you can end it. So you shouldn't be too scared to start. But the baby, if you already have it forever, what else can scare you?
Exactly. There's nothing else that can scare you.
Nothing.
What have you been able to have any time for yourself between Unfolded Media and Uma? Do you have anything that you do to really look after yourself?
My tradition before Uma was I would go to the spa every second Sunday and sleep at the spa down in Old Port for like 4 hours.
Oh.
I would sleep at the spa and then I would go to hot yoga or sleep yoga.
Oh,
whatever.
that sounds amazing.
I had the best life and I enjoyed it so much because I wanted to make sure that what? Okay. See, a diaper moment here. We had a dirty diaper that was still stuck to the baby with a clean diaper on. But anyways, I was
like, guys, look over here.
What is going on here? The routine that I've been able to do is I've been able to get my nails done once in a while.
Yeah.
So I would have like a girl that I know who comes and watch Uma or my husband while I get my nails done, so she's not in the nail salon. And get my hair done. I get my hairdresser to come to my place. I've been very lucky that she comes over. Besides that, I went back to get my beauty routine that I know that I like to do my facial at home, my scrubbing, and so it's twice a week I try to do my facial. And then every night, no matter at what time, I'll get up when she's asleep, wash my face, and make sure that I put my cream because
Right.
I'm already tired. Let's not get more wrinkles and dark circles.
Exactly.
Because there's no time really to put makeup on like I want to, so I have to look as good as I can without makeup.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
so true. By the time I run out of the house, I'm lucky if there's lip balm happening.
You put it in your pocket and then you do it in the car.
Exactly.
Eyeliner with one hand. Yep.
So in the past 6 months, have you fallen on any sort of life hacks or tips that you'd want to share with our listeners that have made life easier, or has it just been?
No, I think my only tip is take it as it comes.
Yeah.
And resist as little as you can. Really try not to resist. If I had something in mind, I have to remove everything I had in mind because otherwise my day is going to be frustrating.
Right.
What I do is I go with the flow.
Yeah.
What is the flow today? Oh, Uma is easy. We can have a meeting. We have the interview. We're flowing with it. If at some point she gets too fussy, I'll get up. I'll breastfeed her while walking. I basically listen to my body and listen to her, and I just adapt. So we're in sync, and there's less frustration that way. I have no hacks.
Right.
I think the hack is I'm still alive.
You're making it. And how have you found that clients and colleagues and partners have responded to you as a mother?
I would not know really what they're thinking, but I think because I'm very comfortable with it and
Right.
I make it very clear that she's number one, they have no choice but to adapt.
Right.
And for example, I went to M-Mod, la Grappe Métropolitaine de Mode de Montréal, for panel hosting. We've hosted panels with them. I hosted panel with them last year when I was pregnant. They did not know. We went to Las Vegas for Magic. I was 6 months pregnant. They did not know, and I did all of it like that. So when I had the baby, they were like, "What? Wait, where? You didn't even show. What do you mean you have a baby?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was pregnant." So they're like,
They didn't
"What?"
even notice.
No. So they were really shocked, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, you did all this pregnant." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
It's like, "Okay, so now this year," they said, "Okay, well, how do you feel? Do you still want to host panels?" I'm like, "I'll do my best if I can." So we had a panel last Friday, and there was 2 of them from 8 a.m. to noon, and I was stressing out so much more because I was like, okay, well, it was easier when I did the first panel when she was 2 months old, because she was so small, she was sleeping a lot more. It was easier for me to time, okay, that 1 hour of the panel, she's going to be asleep, she already ate, we're good to go.
Right.
Now, she's awake, and she demands attention, and she knows when I'm not in the room, and she knows when mom is not around, so I was worried.
Right.
And I pumped as much milk as I pump milk when I'm going to be away and give her to daddy. Right now she's a bit restless, so I'm like
doing the mom bounce up and down.
Yes. And so we go, and I do the first panel, and you always think about them. She's away with dad and the babysitter.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. They said if I text you 911, we're on our way back. Check my phone, no text, we're good. First panel finished, I'm feeling good about myself, I got this.
You're on top of everything.
By the time I'm ready to go on stage for the second panel, I get the text from the husband. Uma finished her milk.
Oh no.
She's about to fall asleep, so we don't want to have her wake up and not have you around, so we're driving back. I'm like, oh my god. The panel is just starting really, he's like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, okay. So they come back, and by the time they get there, I'm already, the panel had started. It was like a 45-minute panel to an hour. We were already, I think, a good 40 minutes in. And the babysitter texts me and said, I'm here on the 9th floor. I'm like, oh, great. I'm trying to keep my focus. And I already warned the people from the Emma that my baby's going to come back. And the president, she's like, are you still going to do the panel? I'm like, of course. As much as Uma permits.
Right. She's in charge. She's the boss.
So I did the panel, and at the 40-minute mark, I hear a first lip sound. I'm like, uh-oh. And then a louder crowd, like, ooh. So as there was a pause in the audience, I tell them, you hear that sound?
She's
That's
mine.
my 5 months old baby. Everybody's like, oh, wow. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, well, let's just carry on. And you can see some women in the audience, oh, you're not going to go take her? I'm like, we'll see. If she continues to cry, I'll go take her. Otherwise, we continue.
Yeah.
But I was co-hosting with my partner. And by the third crowd, I was like, gotta go.
She needs me.
Do you have the rest of the questions? Yes. Thank you. I walked out of the stage. I went to get Uma, and she was hysterical. She was not happy. So I took her, breastfed her for the longest time I've ever breastfed her, because she did not let me go for at least 10-15 minutes.
Right.
And then by the time she was calm, the panel was finished. Now she wants to eat. The panel was finished, so they came to ask me if I wanted to be in the picture. I'm like, sure. So I do the picture, and Uma's in the picture.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So she started her career very, very early.
Oh yeah, she started in the womb, so now it's only right that she would be there when it's all out. Oh, she's ready to eat. There you go. She woke up and she's like, yep.
I'm ready. Where's my mom?
There you go.
Have you, I mean, it's still early days for you, I think, with an almost 6-month-old. Have you been able to maintain a social life at all, or is that something you've just put to the side for now?
I think already by nature, I'm like both an introvert and an extrovert.
Okay.
I can be really by myself for a long time or with people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think since I've had a baby, because it's so much calculation as to how and when to meet, my social life is basically Saturday, I come to WeWork. Oh yes. Saturday I come to WeWork, and I tell everybody I will be at WeWork from 11 a.m. to X time to catch up on work. You're more than welcome to come hang out.
Come see me.
Come hang out. And then occasionally I've gone to brunch with friends here and there, but I haven't done a lot of actual socializing.
Right.
Nope.
I think that's something that definitely takes a little time, gets easier as they get older, especially when you're breastfeeding, you're just attached to them at all times.
Yeah. So that's been life with Uma. A whole new world.
Seriously.
Brave new world.
That's right.
I'm looking at every mom and I'm like, wow. And then people who have more than one, I'm like, wow, how?
Well, I said that until I had 2, and now I'm not sure what the secret is. You just run after them. That's all. You just spend your day running after them. But it's really crazy impressive everything that you've managed to accomplish so far. I love hearing your story, and tell our listeners how, if anybody wants to get in touch with you for Unfold in Media, how can they reach you?
Well, the easiest thing I think is to find me on any social media under Noelly Sam.
Noelly Sam.
So it's NoellySam. And Unfold in Media. Oh, Uma, you're drinking too fast.
Oh.
You're drinking a little too fast. Unfold in Media really is, how do you spell it? UNFOLDEN media.com. But everything on social media, it's also Unfold in Media. But I think Noelly Sam is much easier.
That's right.
Very much. Because unfolding is not even a real word.
How did you come up with that name?
Because I was doing the fashion blogging, the fashion debate that's called Fashion Unfold. Because we came up with the word unfold as a play on word with fashion. Because fashion, clothes, folding, unfolding.
Yeah.
And the idea of unfolding the truth and the different layers of the fashion industry was what I was doing for like the last 8 years. So when I was ready to launch a business, I wanted to stay within the same branding, to not get too far apart from what I had already established as a name for myself.
Okay.
And I thought, okay, well, let's find something that's cool, but I know I want media in it, but we'll see what the name of the agency could be. And then I decided to look at the origin of the word unfold. And it was like in the 1600s, it was like unfold then, like DEN at the end. And then they removed it because language evolved and they realized they don't need it, so they just kept unfold.
So you're bringing it back.
So I brought it back, and I thought it's a nice play on word because for me it's like the den. You get into a den to unfold many stories and the different strategies we build for clients. We get in our den to create magic.
Yeah.
So it's really the den where we unfold.
That's right. I love it. You have a beautiful website.
Oh, thank you. Uma.
Oh, Uma was like, look at
She's
me,
like,
what about me?
just drinking so
Hi,
fast.
sweetie. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today out of your extremely ridiculously busy schedule to talk to us.
I think beyond busy, it's just hectic.
That's right. That's right. So best of luck with your company. We'll be keeping an eye on everything you're doing. And Uma, you've got a lot of work to do with your mom. So I hope you're ready.
She's got a lot of work.
She's got a busy schedule too.
I want to just say really a shout out to Lamont Bar. What a great, much needed initiative.
Thank you so much. And
You
like
answered
I
my
said,
prayers.
Like I said, when I met you, I said, that's exactly the mom we have in mind.
And that's exactly what I had in mind. I was like, someone doing it? Should I start it? I'm glad you started it. I'm more than happy to be a part of it and be there the way I can. But wow, do we need it? Because not every mom wants to talk about cupcakes every day.
Exactly, enough cupcakes.
Bakings and all that stuff. It's fun, it's good, but we're all different.
Yeah.
So we need different things.
That's exactly
and
right.
the Mat Bar is sexy.
Yeah, we like to think so. Thank you so much, Noelly.
Thank you, Aisha.